Hello and welcome to Hefsel Weekly. In this week's episode, we'll cover the latest news. Cameroon's president seeking an 8th term despite being the world's oldest sitting head of state, the tragic death of the world's oldest marathon runner at age 114 in a hit and run, and the passing of iconic singer Connie Francis at 87. Stay tuned. Let's begin with Cameroon's president Paul Biya, the world's oldest acting president who is running for re-election this October at the age of 92 after having held power for 43 years. Although his candidacy had been widely anticipated, it was not officially confirmed until a social media post on Sunday. In that post, Biya stated that his decision to run again came in response to numerous and insistent calls from people across Cameroon. Biya has never lost an election since coming to power in 1982. If he secures another 7-year term, he could remain president until nearly 100 years old. Still, despite his decades in power, Biya's administration has faced mounting criticism, including allegations of corruption, embezzlement, poor governance, and failure to resolve ongoing security challenges. Concerns about his health and capacity to lead have also intensified, particularly after he disappeared from public view for over 6 weeks last year, fueling speculation and unfounded rumors of his death. This year, Biya may face a more divided electorate. His bid follows a political split from key northern allies who were instrumental in helping him secure votes in previous elections. Prominent figures like Minister Issa Chiroma Bakari and former Prime Minister Bello Buba Maigari have left the ruling coalition and separately announced their intentions to run for office. Chiroma publicly stated last month that the Biya administration had broken public trust and he has since joined a rival political party. In addition to Chiroma and Maigari, multiple opposition leaders such as 2018 runner-up Maurice Kamto, Joshua Osi, Akere Muna, and Cabral Libi have all announced their candidacies. Nevertheless, many citizens have expressed support for another 7 years under Biya's leadership. Since last year, members of the ruling Cameroon People's Democratic Movement and other loyalists have been publicly urging him to seek re-election. Next, we turn to a tragic story from India. According to Indian police, the world's oldest marathon runner Fauja Singh died in a hit-and-run incident on July 14th at the age of 114. Known affectionately as the Turbaned Tornado, Singh began running marathons in his late 80s and went on to complete 9 full 26.2-mile races. Singh was born in rural India in 1911. Still, due to a lack of a birth certificate, he could never officially hold a Guinness World Record, despite being considered the world's oldest marathon runner. Still, he received a letter from Britain's Queen Elizabeth congratulating him on his 100th birthday. Regarding the incident, police reported that Singh was struck by an unidentified vehicle while walking near his native village of Bias in the northwestern state of Punjab. Jalandhar Rural Senior Superintendent of Police Harvinder Singh Work stated that Singh was taken to Shriman Hospital in Jalandhar district where he succumbed to head and rib injuries. Following a review of CCTV footage, authorities arrested a suspect on July 15. The case has been filed under charges of negligent driving and culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Inspector Hardev Preet Singh of Adhampur Police Station noted that the 26-year-old suspect resides abroad and that his family in Canada has been notified. Singh, whom India's Prime Minister called an exceptional athlete with incredible determination, only began long-distance running at the age of 89 after moving to England following the deaths of his wife and son. Remarkably, he ran his first marathon just months after starting to train, and recorded a personal best of 5 hours and 40 minutes at the 2003 Toronto Waterfront Marathon. In 2011, Singh returned to Toronto and became the first centenarian on record to finish a marathon, completing it in 8 hours, 11 minutes, and 6 seconds. Ironically, as a child in India, Singh couldn't walk until the age of 5 due to weakness in his legs. His final race was in Hong Kong in 2013, a 10-kilometer run, just 1 year after he proudly carried the torch for the 2012 London Olympics. Finally, we remember the legendary singer and actress Connie Francis, who passed away at the age of 87. Francis, best known for pop hits such as Lipstick on Your Collar and Who's Sorry Now, was a defining voice of the 1960s and a cherished cultural icon. The news of her death was announced via a heartfelt social media post from her friend and publicist Ron Roberts. It is with a heavy heart and extreme sadness that I inform you of the passing of my dear friend Connie Francis last night. I know that Connie would approve that her fans are among the first to learn of this sad news. In her most recent posts, Francis had mentioned being hospitalized for pain-related issues, which led to the cancellation of some scheduled appearances earlier this month. To younger audiences, Francis is perhaps best known for her song Pretty Little Baby, which recently gained popularity on social media. She even joined the trend, posting a video lip-syncing to the 63-year-old recording, writing, "First time I've lip-synced to the 63-year-old recording of mine." Born Conchetta Francenero in Newark, New Jersey, her big break came after winning first prize on Arthur Godfrey's StarTime Talent Scouts, which led to recurring performances on his TV show. It was Godfrey who suggested the stage name Connie Francis, arguing it was easier to pronounce. Francis struggled early in her career, facing multiple rejections before signing with MGM Records in 1955. Her first single, Freddie, failed to chart. Discouraged, she considered quitting music and going to college, until her father persuaded her to record a new version of Who's Sorry Now. The song became a massive hit, launching a string of chart-topping singles, including Lipstick on Your Collar, My Heart Has a Mind of Its Own, and Don't Break the Heart That Loves You. She also appeared in several movies, such as Where the Boys Are, Follow the Boys, 1963, Looking for Love, 1964, and When the Boys Meet the Girls, 1965. Still, in a 2017 interview, Francis admitted that acting was never truly her passion. Her life was not without tragedy. In 1974, she was the victim of a brutal rape and robbery in a hotel after a performance in Westbury, New York. She later sued the hotel and won, but the trauma led to a long period of depression. In 1977, nasal surgery caused her to temporarily lose her singing voice, requiring multiple surgeries to recover. Then, in 1981, her brother George was murdered at the age of 40. Francis was also open about her diagnosis and treatment for bipolar disorder. She chronicled her life in her 1984 autobiography, Who's Sorry Now, appearing on Oprah. She said, "Every time there's a story about me, it reads like a Greek tragedy. I don't want people to think I'm capitalizing on so many tragedies. My life has been a Cinderella story, except for the last 10 years. That concludes this week's episode of Hevsel Weekly. We've explored how the world's oldest president is seeking another term, how the world's oldest marathon runner lost his life in a hit and run, and how pop icon Connie Francis left behind a lasting legacy at the age of 87. Thanks for listening to Hevsel Weekly. See you next time.